If you are like many of us here at Local 12, we keep asking, how can so many people be quitting jobs and why are there so many openings? It seems even more confusing if you consider all the talk of a possible recession. So I asked two experts to weigh in on the Great Resignation to see if things are changing or will change with recession talk.
It's not going to look like it did in 2008 because we're different now.
2008, when home prices sharply declined and job layoffs sharply rose. Career coach Julie Bauke says we are different now in ways that will still leave many jobs unfilled. For one, the Great Resignation spurred by COVID led to higher wages. Many young workers who stepped away from jobs for a time stepped back into something new.
They might have been working $12 jobs. Well, now those same jobs are paying sometimes double what they were making before. So that need to have more than one job has gone away.
And childcare is a factor. Those jobs can pay $25 or $30 an hour. They're hard to fill, hard to pay for, and it's keeping some daycares closed.
It keeps people, mostly women, from going back to work who are stuck because they don't have adequate childcare.
Still, Ball and Gainer's John Schmidt says things are already changing and CEOs are talking.
It went from completely being an employee's market to it's migrating slowly, but migrating to being more of an employer's market. It's not there yet, but it seems to be shifting.
But Bauke says there's the issue of demographics, not enough young people to fill jobs. And even a recession won't solve the talent shortage in some fields, which should put employers on notice.
They're not going to be able to attract and retain these younger generations with the old way of doing things.
Still, recessions change reality and perceptions.
So maybe a little caution to people if you're thinking about, I want to explore.
Yeah, CEOs of companies around America are being more cautious. I think employees ought to consider being more cautious as well.
Bauke says it really comes down to your skill set and profession.
There are certain professions, whether you are just coming out of college in that profession, you are going to stay smoking hot.
And Julie Bauke says baby boomers who quit jobs and want to go back to work because of the stock market hit to their retirement accounts, they still tend to not go back to traditional employment and what they were doing. Restaurant workers who left the industry, a lot of them have found better paying jobs and they're not going back. And John Schmidt says even though it is time for more caution, he has seen employers in hot fields offering raises that keep up with inflation, 8 to 9%, not what we had in the past. In the next few weeks, we will start to get data that could tell us if a recession has already begun, and we'll follow all of those job trends.